Hi, welcome to the channel, Solve Excel Consultancy. My name is Deborah, the director of said Solve Excel Consultancy Limited, and we're specialists in Excel training and in business solutions, so helping you to find ways to work more efficiently and more confidently in the workplace. So this is the first of a series of videos under the umbrella of Mastering Excel Fundamentals. And this video series is created with two specific groups of people in mind. Maybe you can identify with one of them. Let's see. The first group is those who work with Excel. They hate it, but they're forced to use it in the workplace or wherever in daily life may be. And they just don't get what Excel is all about. Does that sound like you? Well, you better hit the subscribe button right now, because you're going to benefit from these series of videos that will help you to appreciate and understand what Excel does, so you can become more confident in working in it. The second group of people are those who used to use Excel back in the day. For whatever reason they stopped, and now they have to get back into it again, and they find that it's changed. It looks different, it does different things. So to re-familiarize yourself with Excel as it is today, we'll say that it's improved, but what's it all about? This video series will also help you, because we'll start from the bottom, build our way up. So hit that subscribe button to stay alert, to get alerts when the next series of videos is out. And if you don't identify with either one of those groups, you're here just pure out of curiosity, join us for the ride, because with Excel, every day is a school day, and I'm sure you're going to learn something interesting. Okay. And just before we get into our tutorial, let me just add that you must have realized by now that Excel is everywhere. Like it or hate it, it's here to stay for the foreseeable future. So it's worth taking time to invest in understanding how Excel really works and getting used to it, because it's going to pay you many times over in the future in terms of your career. I like a quote from Lewis Pugh, who said that once the basics are in place, everything else falls in. And I'm going to do my best to help you understand the basics of Excel, so everything else can fall in. So make sure you subscribe to get the latest videos as they come out, and leave a comment if you find something interesting or if you've got a question to ask me. All right, let's go.
This is the Excel starter screen, so it's what you would see when you first open Excel. However, if you're already working in a workbook and you want to get back to this screen, let me just open a blank workbook. What you would do is go to the top of these ribbons here, click File, and it will take you back to the Excel starter screen, so you can access it either way. Now, there's a lot going on in this screen, but don't be put off by that. The programmers have done their best to make this screen as useful to the end user as possible. I'm going to focus on three key areas, but if you've got questions on any other part of the starter screen that are not covered in this video, please feel free to leave your question in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you. Promises. Okay, so the three key areas I'm going to focus on are recent, pinned, and more templates. And the reason why I'm going to focus on these three areas is because the recent and the pinned, once you get a hang of them, they will help you to navigate within the files in Excel much faster. And you're going to get some time back in the day. Who doesn't love a bit more time in the day, right? And then the more template section, that will just help you to appreciate what is out there, what is possible to create within Microsoft Excel if you put in the time and the effort to learn about Excel and its features. Yep. All right. So let's start with recent. So recent does what it says on the tin. It shows you recently opened files. So I've grayed out my files for privacy reasons, but because under this section it shows the file names, the file paths, so where the files are saved within your folders, and when the file was last modified, those three things. And the good thing with this area is that no matter where the file comes from, whether it's a download from an external system, for example, or it's an attachment from an email, if it's an Excel file and you've opened it, it's going to sit in your recent. And there's a good thing about that, because it means if you've accidentally closed a file, for example, and you want it back, instead of having to go around and find where you first opened it from, you just come back to recent, double click on it, and it's going to open, and it will open alongside your current workbook, so you're not going to lose anything. If you've received a file on email, for example, you bin the email and then thought, actually, that attachment was quite useful. If you've opened that attachment quite recently, go back into recent, open it rather than having to search for that old email. And if you've come in first thing in the morning and you're working on a file the night before, instead of having to go all the way through your folders looking for it, you can just go to recent and it's going to be there from the night before because nothing else has happened. Very handy. So, but the only thing to remember about this area is the fact that its capacity is finite. So if you have opened a load of files throughout the day, older files are going to be replaced by newer files. So what's there can change depending on frequency. But this is where the pinned section comes in handy. So let's move over to pinned. So the pinned section looks just like the recent section in the fact that it's got the name of the file, where the file is saved, the file path, and when the file was last modified. The key difference being that anything in pinned is there because you've specifically chosen for it to be there. So as you can see, I've only got one file under pinned and loads of files under recent. And the way my file got to pinned is literally using the pinned feature. So you can see it's got this pinned feature there. And if I go back to recent, you can see that all my files have the option to pin if I want to. So how would I get a file from recent to pinned? I click the pin. So let me pick one at random, click the pin, and the files ended up in pinned. Now, if I decide I've changed my mind, I don't want it there, don't like you anymore, I just click the pin feature again, unpins, and I'm back down to one file. So this file is excellent. This area is excellent for those files that you know you need to access, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, but it's a faff to find. No problem. I can use the pin feature and the file will always be there no matter what happens elsewhere in recent. Now we're moving over to more templates. Now this area would help you to appreciate why Excel is so popular. The program is so versatile. Look at all these different styles of templates that have been designed by different Excel experts. Now, I encourage you to visit this feature and just click on a template, double click it to open, and just browse at how versatile and how powerful Excel is. And this is not to put you off, it's just to encourage you that one day when you have mastered the features of Excel and learn to navigate through the program, you'll also be able to create masterpieces of your own. So that's it. We've reviewed recent, pinned, and more templates. Now for your next steps, I would encourage you to take time to get to know these features, especially recent and pinned, because once you master these two areas, you'll be able to navigate through Excel files much more efficiently. Basically, you'll be able to work faster. And who doesn't love to get a bit of time back at the end of the day because you've just nailed your work? Wonderful, isn't it? So take time to get to know them, and if you've got any questions or in any way that you want me to help you further, please leave a comment in the section below. And also, if you found this video interesting and have you learned something new, for example, or oh, I never thought of that, please let me know in the comments, and then I'll know how to tailor my future videos going forward. And don't forget to subscribe, because this is just part one of a video series. So we're really going to get to know Excel from the bottom up and focus on the main features that will help you to work more efficiently with Excel and hopefully help you to grow to love it.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found it interesting, and if you have, let me know in the comments below what you found interesting, or if you've got any comments, please again let me know. So this is going to be part of a series of videos, and the next one is going to look into how to enter data into Excel the right way, because there is a wrong way, the right way. And subscribe so that you can get an alert of when that video is up next. And to try to make your life easier, I've summarized the key points from this video in an article. I'll put the link down below so that you can get a hold of that and use that as you practice and get to grips with the different features of Excel. That's all for now. Thank you again, and keep investing in yourself to Excel.